sometimes this happens.
That's on time-lapse picture. Oh, there we go.
Ah, okay.
Oh, good
No,
shot,
it's okay.
man.
The first question, introduce yourself, who you are, where you come from, how old are you, all the stuff.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Yeah, to you.
Kids?
My name is Michael Salzwedel, German surname, like yours. From East London, in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. But now I live in Johannesburg, a big, smelly, ugly city. Hopefully I can move away soon. Yeah.
Okay, the second question, normally I have now spliff and ask you, do you smoke hemp? But we do it a minute before.
No.
No? Yeah, why you smoke?
Why do I smoke?
Yeah, why you smoke?
Interesting. I find it actually takes me away from my life, in that I can look, on my life as a whole from the outside, almost like another person.
Yeah.
Not in some weird way, but just in a way that helps me to make decisions, actually, or realize, make decisions about things in my life. And I find that I play a bit of guitar and stuff, and I enjoy taking photos, editing photos, and I find that it helps me in those processes to extend my borders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is your job?
I work at the public broadcaster, the SABC. I work on the online news team. So I work with publishing online news and growing our online audiences and helping to get online content onto TV and radio, and TV and radio content online.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you want to improve your life standard?
Do you mean both material things, or just change things about my life?
Everything. The whole life.
The whole life. I'd like to have more breakfast cooked by Germans. I'd like to visit Berlin. wait, maybe not. I know that working in an office job at a desk behind a computer from 8 to 5 is not for me, but it's what I'm doing at the moment, and I just have to challenge myself. How long do I want to continue with that before making the big decision to just stop? Yeah. So that's what I would like to change about my life. Some people are very happy just to sit and work their way up the corporate ladder until they're in management or whatever, and then they retire and they've got a lot of money, but have they really lived? So I don't want to be one of those people at all. So, but right now my career is still quite new and it's early, so I need to kind of make a little bit of money and get some experience and take it from there.
Yeah.
Hello, my shoe.
And what do you think about religion? You're a religion person, yeah?
My parents are quite religious, so I had a religious upbringing, go to church and that kind of stuff. But then since going to Rhodes University, I started thinking about stuff and realizing that there can't really be an absolute truth. And so for me, religion is not big at all in my life. Because people say you have to have faith, it's all about faith, but for me it's really about knowing something really from within, and knowing for yourself that it's true. And just because my family and maybe some of my friends know that that's true for them doesn't mean that that's true for me. So I'm searching very deeply for the answers to these kind of things, but not willing just to make a decision based on family and friends. It has to come from the deepest place inside of you.
Yeah, that's true. And tell me about the best moment in your life.
Meeting you.
Thank you.
Sorry, best? I thought you said worst. Sorry. Best moment in my life. Wow. I've been to Europe a few times, and those were pretty memorable times. I won a trip to Paris actually 2 years ago. So we went to Paris and didn't have to pay for anything, and had a really amazing time. Met some crazy people. So that was a highlight, yeah. And then, and something different. I went to Namibia and Botswana, just in the bush with my family. in 4x4,
Yeah.
camping by the elephants, by the river, and that was also a really good time of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mostly, yeah, about being in places that are not home, I guess. Yeah. Not that home is a bad place to be at all, but there's more excitement happening
Yeah.
outside of home.
And would you say you're an optimistic person?
Not really actually. I'd say I'm pretty realist. Yeah.
Why?
I find optimism without substance to back it up is a bit foolish. Wishful thinking, or well, I mean that is optimism.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer to just see things as they are. I guess it's part of my journalism training.
Yeah.
You know that you get taught to be objective and to see things for what they really are,
Yeah.
uninfluenced by agendas of whatever type. So I try not to be unnecessarily pessimistic or unnecessarily optimistic. Just try and be balanced as far as I can be. Yeah.
Okay. And are you believe in love?
Love, what's that?
I don't know. You can see it.
Yeah, I guess
sometimes.
I believe in it, but don't ask me to define it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to define love. Love by definition is undefinable. Yeah.
Why you believe in love?
Gotta believe in something here or you'll die. Yeah. Whether it's ghosts or the boogeyman or Bafana getting to the World Cup, you have to believe in something.
Okay. And who's the most important person in your life?
Wow. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes. He'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back. He's a committed guy. You know, yeah, he's faithful. I'll be back one day.
Yeah. And very
That's what Jesus said as well. Maybe let's see who comes back first, Jesus or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I think Arnie with a big pump gun in the hand
Yeah.
on a cross.
Shit.
And
In a club in Berlin.
yeah, in a club in Berlin, yeah, and everybody can. Yeah, okay. And where you want to go in this world? Which places you want to see?
The Mighty Bee.
What is this?
Berlin.
Ah, okay, Mighty Bee.
The Mighty Bee. I think after the stories from last night, whoa man. I fluctuate between yes, I want to see Berlin and fuck, I never want to come
Change your
close to
life.
Berlin. Yeah. I want to get to New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And next I'm thinking of going to South America to watch a bit of the soccer World Cup and to rent a bicycle or mountain bike and just ride all around there because I've seen some videos from there and it's amazing terrain. You know?
Yeah, I think I'm also there in this time.
Okay. Yeah, we can go ride bikes.
Yeah. And what was the best place you had sex?
Berlin.
You're looking in the future. You're dreaming.
Yeah, maybe when I was in Grahamstown, you know, the student town, and some pretty crazy things happen in that town. I'm not sure where this video will end up or who will watch it, so I think I better not say too much on this question.
Okay. And what do you think about the television program in South Africa?
What about them?
What do you think about all the television programs here, all the stuff in the television?
You mean all the politics and the current affairs?
Everything what they bring, everything what people watch.
Yeah, well, in South Africa, the public broadcaster who I work for is not known for having a lot of good content. So, but it is for many people. It's all they've got, you know. So they watch it. But yeah, there is stuff like DSTV available for people who can afford it. But I mean, we're nowhere near Europe and America in terms of the variety of content that is available to everyone and the cheap cost of that content. But yeah, in terms of current affairs and news, the SABC does a reasonable job of covering the whole country geographically and perhaps politically, but you know, there are some interesting things to consider there. But yeah, and then there's ETV, a private company. They also run a 24-hour news channel. Currently the only 24-hour South African news channel that's running. They do a pretty good job. But yeah, I think in terms of news and that, we got a lot to learn from foreign broadcasters. So it's yeah, but it's an exciting space to work in. Yeah.
Okay. And what would you regret the most not have done if you die now?
Going to Berlin.
Yeah.
I think if I die now, I'll probably regret spending so long in office environments. You know,
Yeah.
working 8 to 5, someone else's company, doing someone else's stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think for me, I'd really like to reach a point where I'm doing my own thing. And if I don't want to work today, that's fine. If I want to work 24 hours for 3 days, that's fine. So yeah, just to get away from someone else's agenda, whether it's a company. Yeah,
You work alone.
yeah, exactly.
And what do you think happens after the death? Gives a life after the death?
At the moment, I don't believe in life after death. I think you die, and other people might still want to think that they can interact and communicate with your spirit, but I think that's more of an emotional thing, actually. I think once you die, that's it. You get eaten, or you get burnt. But I don't believe that you have a spirit that lives on.
Yeah.
I think it's just people just find comfort
Yeah.
in thinking that you have a spirit that they can still connect with. Yeah.
Okay, the last question. Tell me your loveliest sentence, quote. What do you have?
Like a motto. Think about this one.
What time?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess life is a pretty simple thing. We only need 3 things really: someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for. If you got those 3 things.
That's the interview. Thank
Sweet.
you.
Thank you.